Up until this moment, it was the best first date of my life. I was only a little bit awkward, which for me is huge. I took her to lunch, we talked, we laughed, and yeah, it was really, really great. Everything that could have gone right on a first date went exactly right. I then dropped her off at the door and returned to sit in my car for a moment, and I gave myself a deserved fist bump and put the car right into reverse. Out of excitement or sheer forgetfulness, I backed up the car. I actually backed up the car right into her fence, which then proceeded to topple right on over. Dramatically, I might add. It was intense. I knew it was all too good to be true. Luke Elliott, me, will never ever have a perfect first date. It's just not in my cards. What felt like an out-of-body experience, I walked her to the door and prepared to confess what I had done. Her father answered the door, who also happens to be chief of police. He looked at me, looked at the fence, and then looked right back at me. I prepared for a verbal unload of justice. My body tensed, my blood pressure spiked, and I was, well, terrified. Instead, however, he did something interesting. He gave me a great big smile. With that simple smile, I felt an array of relieving emotions. Though the fence was destroyed and my car wrecked, I knew everything would be okay. This is one moment in my life out of thousands where a simple smile made all the difference. Further research has shed light on why a difference is made. On a psychological level, as well as a biological chemical level in our brains, a friendly smile, regardless of its source, brings reciprocal benefits. A nonverbal lift of another human's mouth muscles has the power to positively change how we feel about a situation and the environment around us. Not only do they change our perspective and outlook on life, when we choose to deliberately smile at others and choose to smile even when we don't feel like it, others around us respond to that energy, that signal that we're giving off, that smile, and all are uplifted. Through studying the psychology of smiling, the physical, biological effects it has on the brain, and reflecting upon my own experiences as well as the experiences of others, I set out to inform every member of this audience that, again, smiles are powerful and they have life-changing positive capabilities. So I want to start off with talking about how smiles change our psychology and the way we think. Think of all the times that we engage in smiling. When we are filled with joy, when we are filled with excitement, when we feel the need to laugh, when we want to lighten the mood, when we feel awkward and want to make a situation less awkward. The smile that we're born with is built into us. In a well-known study published by the National Library of Medicine, babies around the age of 12 weeks already are adept social smilers, meaning we use smiles to subconsciously transmit emotions to those around us. We are natural smiling beings. It's in our nature. Obviously, with smiling so built into our behavior, it has an effect on the way we think and our cognition. Smiling does something interesting. When people say a smile is eye-catching, it quite literally really is. Result from the "when you smile, the world smiles at you" studies suggest that one person's happy face significantly changes the response of others' neutral faces. Evidence found in EEG and brain scanning technologies found that people, when coming into contact with a smiling face, their brain activity spikes. This leads to the idea that the smile is a signal for others to catch and receive. When this signal is received, what happens within our thinking? Firstly, a sense of approachability is attained. Smiling acts as in a mirroring effect. When I smile at someone and they smile back at me, I'm able to say in my brain that there is an understanding. Not only an understanding on my part, but a mutual understanding. That's key. It is a way for us to, as Sophie Scott, who is a neuroscientist at the University College London says, it helps us build strong bonds between individuals in a group. Think, if you will, for a moment, with a world without smiling. Isolation would eat me personally alive. According to Ron Gutman, author of Smile, The Astonishing Powers of a Simple Act, British researchers have found that one small smile can generate the same level of brain stimulation as up to 2,000 chocolate bars. That is a lot of chocolate bars that we would be missing out on if we didn't smile. However silly that quote is, I do love one thing specifically from that quote. It talks of smiling bringing forth mass amounts of brain stimulation. Stimulation of any kind in the mind is how our mind pieces together reality. Missing this stimulation from smiles would prove destructive in our development. We would be unable to fully understand and truly integrate with our fellow humans. We'd be missing a whole source of communication with someone else. Secondly, smiling changes our brain chemistry and creates a ripple effect. When we smile, we release a set of hormones. These hormones include serotonin, we release endorphins, and we release dopamine. Now let's examine these hormones. These are known as the joy hormones. Serotonin regulates homeostasis and much of mood stability. Without it, we would be all over the place. Endorphins are the body's natural painkiller. They're very useful in combating any type of pain. And dopamine is the chemical that makes us feel good. It's the pleasure hormone that our body naturally creates. And the joy hormones are essential for something simple in our life, something that we all desire, and something that makes our life worth living, in my opinion. The joy hormones are essential for, well, can you guess it? For joy. Without these hormones, life becomes terrible really fast. This is why it is important to smile. It facilitates an easy way to foster these hormones. Not only an easy way, but a healthy way, and moderation. When we find time to laugh, and when we find time to smile at others, and when we force ourselves to smile, the effects will be felt by ourselves, and we'll be able to signal that to others. Smiling truly is the simplest of all ways to bring forth these feelings of joy in our life. That's a great power that we have just with our mouths. We've seen the facts, and now I invite the audience to think of their own personal life experiences about smiling that have proved beneficial. Draw from personal experiences where smiling makes a difference. Now, I want to go back to my opening story. right at the moment when I saw him smile. The moment I saw his smile, faster than any words could do the trick, I felt happiness. I felt relief. There was an instant signal, and I love that's what smiles do. It's an instantaneous signal. I, in real time and in real life, felt the effects of those psychological and hormonal effects. Now, that's my story. Now, what are some of yours? What did you feel in the moment before the smile, and how about after? Did the smile uplift you? Did it relieve your pain in any way? Did the smile make you feel worse? I highly doubt that it did. I ask you to continue thinking of personal stories and truly relate the concept to yourselves in real life and in real time. Let's go and look at some examples of the power of smiling to bring this concept more to life. So, just some famous smilers, I guess, in pop culture or just in real life that I could think of were, firstly, Mona Lisa. She's drawn the attention of the whole world and 6,000 live viewers every year. And I always wondered, what is it about her that makes her so intriguing? And it's her smile. She's sending a signal to everyone. And because of that, that plays a huge role in her being one of the most famous paintings of all time. And I came up with two other people who really I thought of make a difference when I see their bright smile. And they are the two great Wills. They're Will Smith and Will Ferrell. My mom always says the moment she sees Will Ferrell's derpy face, it's over. She's already laughing. Like the chocolate bars, I understand how silly this may sound, but think about it. The people in our lives who we feel relief from are the ones that are quick to give a reassuring smile. Now, through seeing the power of smiling in my own life and seeing how it psychologically has changed individuals' lives and seeing how it biologically changes our brain chemistry, I hope each of you learned that through these points, and as well as many personal experiences of your own, a smile is more than just a smile. That it is a unique human signal. It doesn't take a lot to smile. In fact, it's far easier to smile than to frown. It's not subject to race, religion, or group of people. We are all entitled to smiling. It is a God-given, godly attribute. It is our weapon to cut through these divisions we place ourselves in. Smiling signals humanizing others. It signals empathy. It signals radiance. Smiling is powerful, and it is joy. And as Will Smith says, one of the two great Wills, who I love personally a lot, a man who loves to flash a bright smile and bring positivity everywhere he goes. Let your smile change the world, and don't let the world change your smile. Thank you.